Howdy rowdy everyone, this is Lightning here, and I'm here with my predictions video for The Walking Dead's Season 9, Episode 15, titled The Calm Before. I am very dreading this episode because I've heard the rumors about potential people who die, and I already ranted about this a couple days ago in another Walking Dead video, but I will have a number of words if the events that I think are rumored to happen, and the potential person who does die that I don't think should die, and it doesn't make sense for them to die. If that person dies, I will make a very long video of another rant, or a couple of videos of me ranting about it, because it would be a horrible decision to kill off this person who I mentioned in another video earlier this week. But anyways, let's get right into the predictions of what I think is going to happen. Okay. So, what I think is going to happen is it's going to pick up right where we left off with Michonne and Judith's cargo, or little carriage, with Daryl and the rest arriving at the kingdom. Everyone's getting reunited. Carol and Ezekiel will be surprised at seeing Michonne show up after Michonne turned Carol down in episode 8, so that will be very cool to see, because it'll be like, oh, I thought you turned us down. And she's like, well, little Judith changed my mind. So yeah, that's what happened. And then then we'll see like all the events of the fair start to play out properly. I think we'll see King Ezekiel give his big speech, all of that. And then about them reuniting. And yes, we are going to see Oceanside again. It has been confirmed. Sydney Park, who plays Cindy, the leader of Oceanside, is casted for this episode. So we're going to see Oceanside again. Yay! Alright. Anyway, so yeah, we're definitely going to see Oceanside. I don't know if they are at the fair already or if they're going to arrive last. We don't know. But they better bring lots of fish, because that's why they're called Oceanside. They live by the ocean, so bring some delicious fish. I mean, I don't like fish, but they probably do. So, yeah, they better bring some delicious filet mignon. So that'll be really cool to see. We're going to see Oceanside again. And then there's a sneak peek. The sneak peek for this episode is that the Highwaymen, Michonne, Carol, Daryl, and then a couple others from Alexandria, Hilltop. I think Magna and Yumiko are there. Who else? DJ from Alexandria, who used to be a savior. We see Ozzy, the leader of the Highwaymen. We see Marco and Oscar from Hilltop. They discover what looks like to be a convoy from Hilltop that was attacked. Now, I'm pretty confident to say that was done by the Whisperers. There's no other group that could have done that, so it has been hashtag confirmed to be the Whisperers. That's like Captain Obvious there. Anyone with a brain knows that's the Whisperers doing. Alright. So I don't know how that's going to play out. I think they like split up into different groups to discover who was attacked and if they were killed or not. So we're going to see that happen. Then we'll see more events inside the fair. Like we're going to see Henry and Lydia have their little romance, and I think Lydia is going to stick by Henry's side almost the entire time, because she doesn't know anyone at the kingdom. She only knows Henry, so she's going to stick by Henry's side the whole time. Otherwise, it's just going to be very awkward for her, because she doesn't know anyone. So she's going to stick by Henry's side the whole entire time. They're going to be all lovey-dovey, have their little romance, and everything will be fine. But I think we might see Alpha infiltrate the fair with something. I don't know if she'll be wearing a dress or something. I don't know if she'll have a wig, because the people at Hilltop know what she looks like. They've seen her bald head, and the only way to disguise that is to like wear a wig. So I don't know if it's going to be Alpha infiltrating the fair. I don't know if it's just going to be her, and maybe she brings a couple of Whisperers along. Now, see, that's the easy thing. She can just have a bunch of random Whisperers infiltrate, because no one knows what they look like because they have their masks on. No one has seen their face. So she can just have a bunch of random Whisperers infiltrate while she just says, like, pick this person, pick this person. So, yeah, that's how I think. That's how I potentially think that Alpha and the Whisperers will infiltrate the fair and take their victims. And no, I don't think Henry will be a Pike victim. I've said this over and over. No, no, no. I don't think he'll be a Pike victim. I think Henry and Lydia's relationship is very important right now, because it's what has ignited this feud, and I think it will carry on into season 10. Not only just their there's more to their relationship than it just being romantic and lovey-dovey. And also is important when it comes in season 10, a certain event where Lydia starts fighting against her own people, where she kills her own people. Like, maybe she and Henry are fighting alongside, and then she eventually jumps in to help Henry and save him, and starts going against her own people, officially abandoning the Whisperer lifestyle. I mean, she kind of has already done that, but she doesn't want to kill them. But we're going to see more of that in season 10, and hopefully it's her and Henry, not her and Daryl. I've said this over and over. The father-daughter thing does not work with her and Daryl, because they barely know each other other than being victims of abuse. That's not enough. They have not interacted enough. She has interacted more with Henry. Alright, I'm not going to go into this, because otherwise this will just be a rant video. Alright. But also, like I was saying, there's more to Henry and Lydia's relationship than just the romantic aspect and the lovey-dovey aspect. It's also Henry bringing Lydia back into civilization, abandoning the Whisperer lifestyle. Because get this, Henry and Lydia come from completely different worlds. Henry is from a very isolated community like the Kingdom, where his parents, Carol and Ezekiel, have just kept him inside the walls, not really taking him outside to show him the world. Show him the world. Yeah, sort of like that. And then Lydia has just been living in the woods with her mother Alpha, just living like an animal. And then when the two met, two completely opposite worlds, they balance each other out very, very perfectly. Like, Henry knows that, like, Lydia can balance out Henry with him being so naive, and she can balance Henry out, and then Henry can balance Lydia out with being so negative on civilization, because she's been taught that civilization is just gonna fall, because that's what her mother has told her almost her whole life. So that is something definitely to keep in mind about Lydia, and Henry will balance her out by saying, like, no, these places can exist, and kind of brings her positivity up. So they balance each other out almost perfectly. And I think their romance is pretty cute. So, like Carl and Lydia in the comics. And something I thought was cool about this was that Chandler Riggs, who played Carl, said that it was cool that Matt Lintz, who plays Henry, is taking on that part of Comic Carl's story arc, which was meant to be for TV Carl. But it didn't happen, obviously, because Carl died last season. But, so yeah, don't hate on Matt Lintz, the actor. Gosh, he's playing a role. Come on, people. So I thought it was really cool that Chandler Riggs is like, you go for it, man. And they both know each other, Matt Lintz and Chandler Riggs. Probably, and I think it's because Chandler Riggs worked with Matt Lintz's older sister, Madison Lintz, who played Sophia. And I think Matt Lintz was on set to see that, so that's how that relationship kind of happened. That is really cool. And there's just so much more you can do with the Henry-Lydia relationship, and it doesn't make sense to kill him off, because it would be a very pointless death. If that's supposed to be the big death, for the rest of the season, then I'm going to be very disappointed because that's not a very impactful death other than for Carol and Ezekiel. But it's just pointless. Absolutely pointless. And also, why would Alpha kill Henry? Alpha knows that if she wants her daughter back, that she can't kill Henry. Otherwise, she'll never come back to her. So she has to play. Alpha is smart. She would play her cards right and be like, if you don't come back to me, I'll kill the boy. So if they write Alpha to be like, I'm just going to kill your boyfriend, and I hope you come back. I mean, I know she's already a psychopath, but she's not stupid. So she knows that if she does kill Henry, she's definitely not getting Lydia back. If she holds Henry hostage and says, I'll kill him if you don't come back to me, that is more smart of Alpha to do. That is way more smart, and that's more realistic of what Alpha would do. So I hope they don't do that. Otherwise, my expectations for Alpha will go down a little bit because that would just make her seem dumb. Like, Alpha's not dumb. Don't make her dumb. Like, we already get the fact that she's a psychopath, but don't dumb her down. She is not dumb. Anyways, I kind of got steered off course with this Henry-Lydia thing, explaining the dynamics of their relationship and how I want it to play out and hope it plays out this way. Alright, anyways, back to the plot. Then there's obviously a scene where Michonne, Carol, Daryl, and Yumiko are in the woods at night fighting off walkers, and they're end up getting surrounded by whispers, and then Alpha and Beta come, and Alpha is pointing her shotgun at Daryl and takes him somewhere, possibly to show him something. Wink, wink. And then after that, I think Alpha will let the four of them go, and then they will discover the Pikes on the border. And who do I think those who will be on the Pikes? Alright, here's who I think will be on the Pikes. Number 1, King Ezekiel. And the reason why I say King Ezekiel is because he is very beloved by all 4 of the communities. Not just his community, the kingdom. You have Hilltop loves him, Alexandria loves him, Oceanside loves him. He is very beloved by all the communities. And he and Carol are hosting this big fair to bring everyone back together. And he's saying, let's sign this charter. We are going to come back together. And he is hosting. He is so positive. He has had nothing but positive energy this entire season, and I feel like, that his death would make such a good death, and that could be like the only big death you have for the rest of this season, because I don't want them to chicken out on this. Do not chicken out and have Henry replace Ezekiel, because that is chickening out on such a big moment from the comics, and that will just make the impact of the Pikes just go down. Like, if you have Ezekiel do it, that will make the impact of the Pikes go up due to his status of being beloved by all the communities and hosting this fair. That would be so impactful. And I feel like King Ezekiel's death, his comic death, is one of those deaths that needs to come to life in the TV show, just like Glenn's death by Negan in the comics came to life in the TV show. I think we need to see that happen. It would be such a good death. And I'm not saying this because I want Ezekiel to die. I do not want him to die. And I love Kari Payton's portrayal of Ezekiel, but you need a very impactful death like Ezekiel's. And Henry is just not enough. We first saw Henry in season 7 as a little boy, just eating broccoli and being partially trained by Morgan. Same thing in season 8. We saw him do a little bit of things in All Out War in season 8, but not that much still. In season 9, he got a big upgrade with a 6-year time jump, aging him up, doing this whole storyline with Lydia and putting the main focus on him. Like, Henry, the main focus has been on him. He's gotten more screen time than both of his parents, Carol and Ezekiel. So I think you need a really big death like Ezekiel's in order to not only deliver a big gut punch to us, the viewers, but also to all the communities who love him, or like listening to him give this speech about coming back together. Like, it's such a perfect death, and it's not. I have nothing against Ezekiel. I love his positivity. His positive energy is needed more. And that's why I like that Henry is a lot like him, because Henry carries a lot of that positive energy with him. And I think if Ezekiel were to go, Henry can sort of fill in that empty void for Carol and provide that positive energy and be like, no, this is what Dad wanted, Mom, so let's do it this way. So I think King Ezekiel will be the big one. Number two, to me, this one is sort of like a toss-up of flipping a coin. I'm stuck between Tara and Rosita. Oh, either one is good, because if you kill Tara, you would impact the entire Hilltop colony, because she's their leader. And then if you kill Rosita, you'll impact Father Gabriel, Sadiq, and Eugene, who are all in love with her, or they're like the love triangle surrounding her. So there's that. But I think I'm probably leaning more towards Rosita, because I think out of those four at the love square, you have to kill one of them, and if you kill Father Gabriel, only Rosita will be sad. If you kill Sadiq, only Rosita will be sad. If you kill Eugene, only Rosita will be sad. But if you kill Rosita, then all three of them will be sad. So I think I'm leaning more towards Rosita, but Tara can definitely be a good candidate. And again, this is nothing against both the characters. I like Rosita and Tara. Alright, number 3, I'm going to say is Tammy Rose. I think everyone pretty much agrees that Tammy Rose is 100% a goner. The actress Brett Butler has given way too much info on social media, and they're just setting up perfectly. So Tammy Rose, goner. Alright, number 4. Nabila from the Kingdom, Jerry's wife, or Jerry's girlfriend/wife. I think people are like, oh no, they're going to kill Jerry. No, I think they're going to deliver a gut punch to Jerry by killing off his girlfriend/wife, and I think that would be a very impactful death for Jerry, because they had 3 kids together, so he would have to raise his 3 kids alone as a single father in a time of war against the Whisperers. So yeah, I think Nabila is a safe bet to say that she's gone. Number 5. I'm going to say Nora from Alexandria. And you might be asking, who is Nora? Nora's that chick with the big hair and the glasses who sits on the Alexandria City Council. So I think she's a goner. I think they would kill her because she sort of looks like Connie, and they would have us thinking that it's Connie. So I definitely see her. So that's 2 from Alexandria. You have Rosita and Nora, and then the 2 from Kingdom that I just mentioned, King Ezekiel and Nabila. And then 1 from Hilltop, Tammy Rose. That is 5. Alright, number 6, I'm going to say is Cal from Hilltop. I say him just because he's been a familiar face since Season 6. And I think that would be like a good redshirt death. So Cal, number 6. Number 7, Oscar, also from Hilltop. Another redshirt death, familiar face. Also gone. Number 8, Marco, also from Hilltop. He's gotten more dialogue than Cal and Oscar, I think, but he was introduced in Season 9, this season. But I think his death would be another good redshirt death, so Marco. And then number 9, this one is also sort of like the Rosita Tara situation. It's either Alden or Enid, and it's very close for me. I say like 53% chance that Alden gets piked and 47% chance for Enid. And Alden gets the majority because he already had a run-in with Alpha, and I think she might see him as unfinished business, and we'll just take him out right there. And then 47%, so I'm leaning more towards Alden, but the 47% chance for Enid is pretty high, because I think the fact that Enid is a doctor is like a death wish. If you're a doctor in The Walking Dead, you're automatically doomed with a death wish. So there's that. And then I also think that maybe Alpha might see Alden and Enid being happy, because there's a still photo from 9:15 where it shows both of them hugging each other, having a fun time at the fair. So Alpha might be watching them and be like, oh, so he's in love with this girl. Maybe if I take her, or maybe if I take her, and then I kill her, that'll just absolutely devastate him. That's me trying to do a southern accent. I don't know if I did it well. Alright, anyways. So, it can either be Alden or Enid, but I'm leaning more towards Alden. So that is 9 right there. Number, or is that 8? I don't know. I have to. You guys keep count because I can't remember now because I kind of got into this Enid Alden thing. All right, next. I'll just say next. Next up, I'm gonna pick one from Oceanside because we're gonna see Oceanside again. So I'm gonna say Beatrice from Oceanside because she's a very recognizable face. She's one of the first few faces we saw when we first saw Oceanside, and we've seen her a lot. And I think Beatrice is a pretty safe bet to say that she's a goner. So Beatrice from Oceanside. I don't think they're going to kill Cindy. I think that'd just be a little too much. Beatrice and Cindy, I think that's a little too much, because then you'd have that little brat Rachel be the leader. No one likes Rachel. But if I were to say if they were to kill a second person from Oceanside, they would do Beatrice and Rachel. But leave Cindy alive, because she's like the only one we know very well. So I think Cindy will be fine. All right, next they have to kill one person from Magna's group, and here's my thing: 3 of them I think are most definitely safe. I think Magna, Yumiko, and Connie are safe, 100% safe. But the ones that the other 2, Luke and Kelly, I think could be in danger. But I think Luke has like a 65% chance of getting piked, and 35% chance he doesn't. But for Kelly, I say she has a 55% chance that she doesn't get piked, but a 45% chance that she does get piked. So Kelly I'd say is considered to be more safe than Luke is because of what I rated her to be. So, but that's still very close. It's only a 10-point margin, 55 to 45% that she doesn't get piked. But it could change very quickly, whereas I think Luke has a very high chance of getting piked. They kind of have to kill one person from Magna's group because they all have to be affected. Alright, next. I'm going to say they're going to kill one of the highwaymen. One of the highwaymen. I don't know if they'll kill Ozzy, the leader, but I know he has like a right-hand man, I think. I don't know what his name is, but we've seen him in some of the still photos of 915. So, one of the highwaymen is a pretty good bet. They have to impact everyone. But yeah, that's pretty much my predictions for this episode. I kind of veered off course in a little bit of this predictions video, but I also listed out my Pike victims and my Pike predictions. And also, if you put any spoilers down for tonight's episode, which airs in a couple hours, I will not read them. So if you think you're going to try to spoil me, good luck with that, because I'm not going to be reading the comments. So joke's on you. And you can bash me over the head if I'm very wrong about my predictions. Go right ahead. Alright, but that's going to be it for my predictions video for The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 15, titled The Calm Before. I think this is going to be a very emotional episode with how I think it's going down. So, I can't wait. And if it goes the way that the rumors are saying, then I will be angry, mad as hell. And I'll be making another ranting video, or maybe another ranting video or 2. So, let's see how it plays out tonight. Alright, anyway guys, this is like T75 or LT75 signing off. I will see you for my next Walking Dead video. I don't know if it's going to be the review video for this episode or if it's going to be a ranting video. You'll just have to wait and see. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.